How's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised here. Now you can see I have the website pulled up, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. But I want to start this video out on a Google search page. Now what I've typed in is roofing Springdale, Arkansas here. Since you guys are located in Lowell here, you guys are going to be servicing Northwest Arkansas. And there's a few of the more major towns that are going to have more of these, the traffic when it comes to these roofing keywords. So you'll have Fayetteville, Springdale, and Bentonville, which are going to be, basically your three top ones for search volume. So decided to choose Springdale just because it's the closest right to your guys' office. Now, one way or one thing I want to talk about here is that's a buyer intent keyword that I've typed in. So there's a lot of intent behind it for somebody looking for a roofing company within the specific area, right? So we just want to be able to rank on the first page for as many of these as possible, as many areas as possible, just so you can, get as much lead generation through your business profile and website through Northwest Arkansas as we can. Now we can see a few companies running these pay-per-click ads, which is definitely a great option. It's going to generate you leads, but you're going to grab these people from a smaller pool of the audience. Okay, so about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads. Even so, if you're struggling ranking organically or you just haven't started that journey yet, definitely a great option to run these pay-per-clicks if you want to start generating leads for yourself right here, right now. Now, your business profile and website are going to be able to rank organically, and this is where you're going to get your best long-term flow of leads online. Now, ranking your business profile is really only going to help you about 5 to 10 miles of where your actually office is at. So you want to be able to rank your website for any of these other areas that you want to try and target as well that your business profile really can't help you with within. Okay, so I just kind of moved or clicked into that map and I kind of moved it up into the Lowell area just so we could get you within there. And you can see here I'm on the second page, right? So we aren't really generating ourselves much through this business profile as yet. So we're just not on that first page. So let's just go over a couple things real quick that could help you guys out. There's normally four things before I go and dive down into a rabbit hole of what, all the things or all the aspects that are going to go into ranking this, but these are going to be the main ones. And this is all stuff you guys can do. Now, with your guys' photos, you don't have a ton so far. I would be make sure you're uploading photos every single week, okay? Never go a week without uploading photos. Make sure you keep them relevant, before and after photos, during inspections, during the job, of the crews, of the team, of the trucks, whatever it may be, you can upload those within here. Also, make sure they are geotagged, okay? And that just do a quick Google search on how to geotag your photos. Normally it's just a setting within your phone. Now, also with the bio about the company here, make sure this is completely filled out. I can't tell right off the bat here. It looks almost completely filled out. 750 characters Google gives you. Make sure filled out to that 750 characters. Also your reviews. Make sure you're getting reviews from every single customer that you can. Of course, making sure that you're keeping your work high quality so that you can get these 5-star reviews. And then make sure you are responding to these reviews. Okay. And what that tells Google is you guys not only take pride in your work, but what people have to say about it. Right. And then there is a little one-page website that you can fill out within your business profile or create that Google lets you do. It's not going to be able to rank you for anything, but it will help your business profile here in return rank a little bit better. So if you do those three things, I would say over the course of the next, month, you should be able to see yourself well within that first page. Okay. So that's for the business profile. Now for the website, right? Your website you can rank within Lowell, within Springdale, within any of these areas within Northwest Arkansas. The research and proper optimization just has to be done. So I did pull up Richardson Roofing here just so we can take a look at their website, since they seem to be one of your top competitors when it comes to ranking a website in Springdale. So now back over to your website first. You guys have, a pretty clean and overall, somewhat minimalistic website here, which I don't really have an issue with. Now, the thing that we're going to need to start working on is the actual content that's within here. Okay, so we have a few sections of content, but not a ton of it. And generally, you're going to want a bare minimum of 500 words of content on a home page. And it seems like within Arkansas and any of the areas that I've looked, between 500 to 750 words of content is going to be your sweet spot. And what that allows you to do is place keywords within your content as well. And what these keywords and content are going to do is leave the hard work out and away from Google. We're going to instantly tell them right off the bat what we want to rank for, right? And again, this takes the guessing work out of Google's hands. We tell them, but we're also not over telling them either. So you don't want to overstuff keywords. And typically, general rules about every 150 words of content, you should be able to place a keyword within there. So, and here's where you also need to figure out too, where do you want to, or what service and what area do you want to target per page of your website, okay? So if you want to target Northwest Arkansas as a whole for roofing, you would do that on your home page. Or maybe you only want to target, Fayetteville or Springdale or whatever it is. But then I would probably target Northwest Arkansas and roofing on my home page. And then I would build out communities we serve and build out pages for Springdale, for Town, Lowell, um, Fayetteville, Bentonville, any of those areas that you guys know of that are gonna, that you want to do work within. I would build out pages specifically for those areas and roofing to really, again, tell Google exactly what we're trying to rank for per page. It takes their guesswork out of it. Now, if we come over to Richardson Roofing, okay, we can kind of go through here, look at some of their content, how it's laid out, and really they don't have a ton of content either. And they're servicing a fairly large area, all the way down at Fort Smith as well. It looks like they have a couple offices. And we can see, they haven't even really done this specifically well either. It just looks like their website's a little bit older, so they've probably been around, or this website has been around a little bit longer in Google search engine. And what Google can do at that point too is, if you've been around for a while, um, you know, and Google's done the research through your website and your business profile, knows you do good work, has built up some trust with you in your website, they can actually start to rank you and index you for keywords that aren't necessarily within your content. Now, it's obviously better to have it within your content and again, take the guesswork away from Google. You'll get results a lot quicker that way as well. So one thing I want to look at here is also this paid program called Eros. I'm going to do a little comparison with these numbers through your website and then Richardson Roofing as well. So these first two numbers I just highlighted are strength and trust that Google has for your website. They're ranked out of 100, but typically once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered pretty powerful. You build that strength and trust up through backlinks, which is any clickable text or image linking one website to another, and those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, these referring domains you want to keep authoritative, meaning they already have high strength and trust ratings. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's going to help your ratings in return. You guys are indexing for about 40 keywords, bringing in just under 30 traffic, okay? And if we actually click on these keywords, we can start to see where some of this traffic is coming from. So we can see Superior Roofing, so the company name. The next 2 or 3, 4, 5, next 5 or so are all targeting Northwest Arkansas, which actually has a decent amount of volume. Looks like, close to 400, 500 search volume. But you're not on the first page for but one of them, right? And you're near the very bottom of it, so it's not going to bring you much traffic. If you can get, lower position higher up in the page, the more traffic you're going to get, okay? So you should be able to generate, especially if you're within that top, 5 positions, 10% of that traffic and above from there. And you can see, you got roofers in Northwest Arkansas here as well. So you get a lot of these Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, keywords, Springdale. But we can see, if we just look at over here the URL that it is indexing for, all of this is home page, right? Besides the 2 abouts. So all this being home page, you're trying to rank for all these different areas through your home page. And again, if you're trying to rank for too much on one page, it's really going to be hard for Google, in their mind and algorithms, to rank you for every single one of these keywords in all these different areas for one page. You got to break it down, okay? So if we take a look at Richardson Roofing real quick, we can see their strength and trust. So their DR is really high up there. So they're getting super close to that 30 benchmark for the UR. And the UR is more in both of these cases specify towards their homepage, so their homepage is pretty powerful. We can see they built out a lot of backlinks, over 2.5 thousand. They're also indexing for over 150 keywords, bringing in over 250 traffic. If we click on their keywords as well, if it wants to load for me. Okay, so we can see their first three are dealing with the company name, which is going to be more considered nationwide keyword search, especially these first two, because of how much search volume they have. But then you have, roofing, Fayetteville, Fayetteville, Springdale, Fayetteville, Fayetteville, Northwest, Springdale, Springdale, so on and so forth. And you can see they're starting to rank on the first page for quite a few of these, bringing in some traffic, but they are lower on the traffic or lower on position. So they're going to be getting lower on the traffic for quite a bit of these. And this is the one thing I've seen. I haven't seen one company truly be, at the top of the page, top of the first page for a lot of these keywords in every area. Okay. Or even in one specific area. I've seen companies kind of trade off here and trade off there for different keywords involving the same area. So we really need it. I mean, I see a big area for one company to come in and really dominate all these areas as possible and get on the tops of those first pages. I really don't see why it wouldn't be possible, especially when no company has done it yet. So like I said, there's a big gap there. We got a big gap to fill. And that's a company that I'm trying to do it with. I just haven't found a company in this area to work with as of yet. So again, this is the big gap that needs to be filled, and I do think it's going to be fairly possible. It just may take some time and effort and a little investment, but it can definitely be done. And Northwest Arkansas, I can see generating yourselves 50 plus leads a month if you can start to dominate each one of these areas. And generally, when this traffic is coming from buyer intent keywords, you can generate yourself about 30% of that traffic into your website as leads for yourself. And then, generally, in my cases, normally about 50% of those leads will end up closing in your favor just because they're organic and they're warm, right? So they're all coming through your website. They already like what they see. They like what they're reading about the company. They reach out to you. And at that point, it's just closing them, right? So if you guys have any further questions or concerns, I'd be happy to help you guys in any way that I can. I'm running this video a little long, so I apologize there. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.